The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Well, I'm back. I feel real good about myself. I broke the promise I made to myself and did a video over the Christmas break about Wonder Woman 84. That film was, well, terrible. Here's the link to the video so you can hear my review there. But there's something else about Diana, and her mommy that have me worried. Not Hippolyta, but Patty Jenkins. For the last week and change, everyone has been dunking on Wonder Woman 84, and rightly so, because it sucks. But there's something else we're all missing. Something big, something mega, something copious, something capacious, something kajunga. Something that impacts us more than we know. What is it? Find out in a moment. But first, let's have some fun dunking on Wonder Woman 84. Wonder Woman 1984 uses its lasso of truth to rope in a modest $5.5 million over the New Year's holiday, bringing its total to a ho-hum $118.5 million. Wonder Woman may be an iconic comic book character, but the film's lackluster results aren't that surprising, given how severely coronavirus has upended the movie business. However, the weekend's domestic grosses do represent a steep decline, signaling waning interest from the fans that are a far cry from the box office returns of the pre-pandemic blockbusters. The superhero sequel, which is currently suffering from some social media backlash for not rising to the level of its beloved predecessor, is being simultaneously released on HBO Max in a bid to bolster the Warner Media streaming service. The company has issued some vague numbers touting Wonder Woman 1984's popularity on HBO Max, but little in the way of hard data. With a budget of $200 million, the film better goose subscription numbers for the service to make up for the tens of millions it will likely lose at the box office. None of that sounds good, and it's not. I've had my fun dunking on Wonder Woman 1984, so I'll stop for now. But its failure does ask the bigger question that is completely separate from what I was talking about earlier, so thank you for your patience. But it's about Star Wars or feminism or something, so hold on for just another moment. Before I get to that, I want to ask the obvious question on everyone's mind. How the hell does Wonder Woman 3 get made? More importantly, why? Who wants it? That was 3 questions. Sorry, I never learned to read or count. This video is brought to you by Black Magic. So what's the point of Wonder Woman 3? Can you tell me? I'd love to know. Let's ask an insider source. Great! Ooh. Movies getting sequels announced before the film itself comes out is nothing new, and I'm sure there's Hollywood accounting and all the boring shit as to why, but I think Wonder Woman 3 was a tone-deaf announcement after I watched a movie where she raped a guy. What's that? The G is silent? Well, that puts a lot of things into perspective. I can wear Fruit of the Loom again. But do I want to after all these years? To simplify my point, and to speed things up for those anticipating the real reason of today's video, announcing a project from anyone attached to Superhero Sexual Assault 77 Summer of Sam Edition is bad PR and stupid marketing. Of course, that's exactly why Star Wars did just that. Here's the story. Patty Jenkins has revealed that the story treatment for Rogue Squadron is nearly complete. Jenkins will be the first woman to direct a Star Wars film, and Rogue Squadron will be the first theatrical entry for the franchise since 2019's maligned Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Quick note, it's only the 5th day of 2021. It's only been a year and a couple weeks. It hasn't been that long. Let's just calm down. Plot details are scarce as to what exactly the film will be about, but at least one person knows what's in store for Jenkins' next film, which will come out before Wonder Woman 3. Chris Pine revealed that Jenkins told him the story behind her film. While he is not directly involved, at least of this writing, Pine has said he's very excited to see what Jenkins brings to the Star Wars universe. The film has potential to be a Rogue One sequel, and if it follows that film, it could become one of the best Star Wars entries in a post-Disney acquisition era. Still, details are very much under wraps. I hate to break it to this optimistic writer, but there was a sequel to Rogue One. It was released in 1977. It was called Star Wars, and it made a fuckload of money. You should check it out. It's pretty good. Jenkins may be staying mum on the plot, but she did reveal to Collider that the treatment for the film is almost done. The director did not reveal just who was writing the screenplay. She wants the announcement to be special for him, but she did say she's been working on it for a while, bringing them fairly close to finishing the writing process for the film. The fact that the story is nearly complete is promising news as the film has a December of 2023 release date. With Rogue Squadron nearly 3 years away and the story almost finished, Jenkins and her writing partners will have plenty of time to perfect the film before they go into production. The Star Wars franchise has not had a stellar track record in recent years. While successful at the box office, fans have been just as divided on the sequel trilogy as the prequel trilogy, igniting controversy from behind the scenes and on the internet. With 10 Star Wars television shows in the works and plans for a few different films, Disney is heavily investing in the future of the franchise. With the studio moving away from the Skywalker saga, it looks as if they too realize that Rogue Squadron is one move forward. Jenkins is an acclaimed director that brings fresh blood into the franchise, and it could only help further revitalize the landmark series. What bullshit! Star Wars doesn't need to be revitalized. It's so full of life. It's only a small vocal minority. Everybody loves The Last Jedi. The shills told me so. Man, these people change their narrative as often as I change girlfriends. daily because I'm super shallow. Our next video is about those flip-flop fuckers, but we'll save that anger for next time. But this Patty Jenkins article has me worried because we've just seen her most recent film. It really didn't serve a purpose. What makes me think she'll be a better fit on Star Wars? I'm getting Benioff and Weiss vibes. Those guys shit the bed on Game of Thrones and Star Wars cut them instantly. I'm not saying that Wonder Woman 84 was Game of Thrones bad, because I never liked that show and I don't know, but Star Wars cannot handle that level of fuckery once again. That, I do know. We're fresh off Luke Skywalker returning in The Mandalorian and fans losing their shit. Everything seems fine. In theory, this is the perfect time to bring back Rogue Squadron. We got Luke Skywalker, we got X-Wings, we have the stage set perfectly, but Patty Jenkins, she does have me worried. As I was writing this video, I came across this article, which is interesting, yet damning at the same time. Patty Jenkins details internal war with Warner Brothers over Wonder Woman. There was such mistrust. Patty Jenkins has been honest in recent Wonder Woman 1984 interviews about what it's like to clash with a Hollywood studio over a comic book tentpole. The director has detailed a battle against Warner Brothers over the original ending to Wonder Woman and over the double opening of Wonder Woman 1984, but Jenkins was at her most candid during her appearance on Mark Maron's WTF podcast. And reflecting on the development of 2017's Wonder Woman, Jenkins described an internal war at Warner Brothers. They wanted to hire me like their beard. They wanted me to walk around on set as a woman. But it was their story and their vision, Jenkins said. And my ideas? They didn't even want to read my script. There was such mistrust with a different way of doing things and a different point of view. During that period of time, there were so many scripts, I could see the writing on the wall, Jenkins said about the years-long development of Wonder Woman, noting that at least 30 different screenplays were written and considered over the years. It was an internal war on every level about Wonder Woman and what she should be. Wonder Woman went on to become a cultural phenomenon in the summer of 2017 and launched a studio-defining franchise for Warner Brothers. Jenkins' Wonder Woman 1984 is now playing... Fuck it, that's the end. Now that is really telling. Wonder Woman is considered a classic. Wonder Woman 1984 is considered an embarrassment. Now what's the difference here? Well, Patty Jenkins has more control over Wonder Woman 1984. If we look at her credits here, we see that she wears 3 hats: writer, producer, director. More Patty Jenkins does not make a better film. Here's a prime example of that. Patty Jenkins, Warner Brothers took issue with Wonder Woman 1984's double opening scenes. Jenkins refused to give in to the studio's wish to cut the mall action scene or the Amazon Olympic sequence. Interesting. I thought that was one of the bigger problems of this film. Glad I know who to blame now. Outside of the redundancy factor of that scene, Patty Jenkins had so much control over Wonder Woman 1984, and it shit the bed harder than Amber did to Johnny. Her on Star Wars isn't a good thing because she is the factor that turned Wonder Woman into Wonder Woman 1984. Wonder Woman 1984 included magic rocks. Yes, magic rocks. If you think that's not enough, there's one more factor we're forgetting here. Kathleen Kennedy. She's still in charge of Lucasfilm. None of the rumors you've heard since 2018 about her being fired have sadly not come to fruition. When talking about this project, you have to deal with the reality of the situation, not listen to the drama that gets propagated by the Grace Randolphs of the world. Until we hear it from the horse's mouth, aka her, Kathleen Kennedy not only works there, but she's in charge. And guess what? I hate it as much as you do. But that's the truth. There's no Splinter Cell level of Spec Ops taking place at Lucasfilm, so all the crazy rumors you just heard, now they're just that, rumors. But don't get me wrong, I'm still waiting for her to go, just like you. With Kathleen Kennedy in command, we know what's in store. We know her brand. We also know what she can do to a filmmaker. Rian Johnson is responsible for making the worst Star Wars film ever, The Last Jedi. It's a garbage film that has become one of the worst science fiction films in history. It has no redeeming qualities, and I hate it. Before The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson made Looper, a movie I like. After The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson made Knives Out, a movie most people like that I thought was okay at best. Yes, Rian Johnson is a shit dude, but his worst work comes when Kathleen Kennedy is involved. Arguably the same goes for J.J. Abrams. Before The Force Awakens, he directed Star Trek Into Darkness. After The Force Awakens, he directed Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Well, at least it was a lateral move. Geek argument aside, Into Darkness is better than... fuck it, they all suck. Kathleen Kennedy is the mother to those men's cinematic bastards, but she's mothered another failure in Solo, the only Star Wars film to lose money. With Patty Jenkins, what's gonna change? She made Wonder Woman? So what? She also made Wonder Woman 1984 when she had more power over the project. The Star Wars brand is in just as rough a spot as it was before Luke Skywalker showed up and laid waste to that ship. Luke may have saved the day, but he didn't save the franchise. As long as the same people are in power, it's gonna be the same old shit, different day. In fact, it already is. Lucasfilm is attacking fans, media sites are shilling harder than before, and Star Wars has more to lose now than it has in years. Let's talk about all of those next time. So folks, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, hit like, hit subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and come back next time for more world-class bullshitters. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, always be excellent to each other.